Okay, I'm streaming. So hey everybody. It is right now, 3:44 in the afternoon. We usually get ready for the podcast tonight, but one of us couldn't make it, and the rest of us are kind of stressed with all the stuff that's going on of late. So we just thought, instead of a podcast, we are just going to relax with a game for an hour or two. Well, at least streaming for an hour or two. And we thought, a great game to kind of chill with is Star Trek Online, which we all have. It's free to play. I think, but Spaz, don't you and Hunter both have lifetime licenses?
Yes, we do.
Because we have some very serious Star Trek online players in our community. And Hunter mentioned we should, hang out at Quark's. So here, I spent a little time earlier flying my lower level ship. These guys have big ships, because they've been playing forever and are like a million levels above me. But I'm flying in my Constitution class refit, which is strange how you saw a lot of Excelsiors and stuff, but you never saw more Constitution refits. It always kind of annoys me. Star Trek's like, well, we can't include that ship. It'll confuse everyone, No, it won't. Whatever. That just always bugged me. Yeah, we are at D Space 9. And we are in an open channel over on Discord. If you're on our Discord server. Working, buddy. There we go.
Hi, Brian.
Hey, what?
I just flew right past you.
Oh my God! Is that the Borg thing? Is that
It is indeed.
the crazy ass asymmetrical Borg ship?
Yes, it is.
I can dock to D Space 9. I can beam onto D Space 9. Just beam onto D Space 9.
The Hunter is in game, but he's not in our channel right now.
Yeah. Wow. This is the replicant. Okay. Hang out the replicant.
Heading to Quarks, you're right behind me.
Oh, hey. Are you a Breen?
Well, it's the Breen costume that I'm using.
Oh. Interesting.
And yes, I do have the Picard Tommy gun.
Wait, what? Oh my God. Let's see. Can we sit at a table? Doesn't look like we can sit at a table.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can
You can?
definitely sit at a table.
Trying to figure this
Hover
out.
over the chair, and you'll see the little chair icon come up.
Oh.
Double click on the chair, and then you can sit.
Oh. Cool. So how are you holding up with all that's going on in California and whatnot? How are you doing?
All right. It's crazy up here.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'm still kind of amazed at, it's weird. LA, it's like you see one story where the freeways are clear, like almost entirely clear. Like there's some pictures of like the 110 freeway with not a car on it, like I Am Legend or something. But then you see a story of all these idiots going to like the beaches. Doing. Like I had some friends down San Diego. Oh, Hunter logged off. Oh, maybe I'll log back on in a minute.
He might be switching characters.
I saw some friends like post like we went for a hike in San Diego and there are a lot of people around here. I'm like, what are you doing? Go home. Jesus. I mean, eventually it's going to be every state, right? It's got to be.
I would hope so, but
yeah, I don't know.
I believe it was the Mississippi governor who said he's not going to lock down the state. So,
have you heard about this Kentucky governor? They're calling him like a sexy Mr. Rogers. I'm not even kidding. like people are like, they're like women on Reddit saying you can govern me anytime. Like it's a whole thing, apparently, where like he's like trying to. He already locked down Kentucky apparently, but apparently like his demeanor and his professionalism have been very appealing to people who might not have been getting that otherwise. I'm trying to be as nice as possible.
Hopefully it has an effect, the needed effect, which is that people stay home. I can get that some people want to go out and hike. I mean, as long as they're keeping social distancing in mind and they're not going to trails that are already crowded, I can sort of see that.
Yeah.
But a lot of people have the same idea and are crowding the trails or going to the parks, and that doesn't really help.
Because
yeah, I've seen some parking lots are getting closed in order to keep people from going to these areas.
Yeah, like apparently, like I think was it Oregon that closed all their state parks because of that sort of thing. Yeah. And I think California's either done it or is going to do it. I'm not 100%.
Yeah.
It is hard to keep up with everything that's going on. So folks in the chat, I see there's a few of you. How are you all doing? How are you all holding up with this just call it what it is, it's a pandemic. How are you all holding up with this pandemic going on in the world? Oh, we just lost a viewer, so I'm like, oh, they don't want to answer the question. They don't want to talk about it. I think it helps.
Kind of all over the place.
I think it helps if we talk about it, though. I think it helps if we have a shared, you know, like, hey Hunter, by the way, I think it helps if we have a shared like communication about it, shared discussion, like, because there are a lot of people who like don't live with anybody, and they're sheltering in place and they're alone. And or they've got somebody, but they're like in a long distance relationship, and so they're in another state or another town, and it's tough. So let's see. Hey, Midas Pedro. I don't recognize your name, so if you're new to the channel, welcome. Donating to GoFundMe's for local bars and stuff. That's a very good idea. Oh, you're in NYC. Oh, shit, crap. I've been to the channel a few times. Well, I apologize then if I didn't recognize the name. I am terrible with names. Oh, a free space too. Oh. If we had the podcast tonight and we were talking about games to play when hunkered down and self-separating, I was gonna suggest Free Space 2 with all its mods, because that's a lot of gameplay right there that can keep you busy for months. Um, so yeah. Besides, like, say this game, guys, what's a game like? What's a game like you would like if you think about it, like we gotta have all this time in quarantine. What's a game I want to finish? Like, is there anything like, wow, I got all this time in my hands now because I have to be at home? What's something I want to finish? Do you guys feel that way? Because I have talked to some people who are like, well, I'm home now, I'm not going anywhere, so what am I gonna play?
The awkward thing about that for me is, even though I am technically quarantined at home, I'm still working.
Yeah, sure.
A lot of my time, unfortunately, is still like I'm actually putting in more hours, even though I'm salary. I'm not hourly. I'm putting in more time than ever before, just trying to support my organization with technology, since I'm the head of technology at my organization. So it's definitely, the change in the culture that we're now faced with has definitely put a lot of pressure on people in my position to figure out solutions rapidly and safely to continue to operate as an organization in this, new reality we live in. So for me, unfortunately, I don't have a lot of time to still keep my backlog. But if I was to recommend a game to play during this time, if you have a lot of free time on your hand, I was gonna say there's a lot of RPGs out there. If you're into RPGs that are really good, that are really time consuming, Mass Effect 2 is a pretty good one.
Yeah.
Mass Effect series, for that matter.
Yeah, there you go.
I was going to recommend Space Rangers. That's a good one.
33 Death War.
33 Death War is a good one, yes.
I was going to recommend
that.
I was going to recommend Arma 3 because it's a pretty big game on its own, but it's got so many mods for missions and campaigns and whatnot. You can play that thing for years.
I was going to say probably Sins of a Solar Empire.
Good one.
There's also if you like Blizzard games, there's a whole slew of Blizzard games. I mean, hell, the entire StarCraft franchise is free to play now. So I mean, there's plenty of stuff there, including the arcade in StarCraft 2. There's a whole lot of different game types in the arcade you can play.
Thank you for the follow, BTD Fighter. By the way, Fallout New Vegas and NetHack, Mattman is working on.
Those are good. Yeah.
Minus Pedro in the chat says he's been regressing and playing 2-hour NASCAR 98 races on the Sega Saturn emulator. Wow, that's very specific and amazing. That's very specific and amazing.
That's a good thing too. Like, I mean, during times of like stress and stuff like that we're facing right now, sometimes going back to something that's familiar and comforting too, not necessarily new, is always a good thing as well. Because, like, something that I every now and then will pick up just because, it's almost like comfort food to me, is playing through like an old Zelda game or just something like that.
Oh, you should also finish Rebel Galaxy Outlaw. Wow, now is a perfect time to finish Rebel Galaxy Outlaw. Seriously, Matt. You should definitely finish Rebel Galaxy Outlaw. Dizane.
I'm getting to a point here pretty soon where I actually might be able to take a couple of days off.
Oh, you sound like you need it, man. You sound like you really need it.
Yeah. Well, I think I'll be able to manage it because we're actually getting ready to implement a new solution that should probably save us a whole lot of headaches dealing with connectivity issues back to the main site. That if we can get that implemented, I can stop working these 10-hour days for a couple of days, and I think I'm going to put some time into Breath of the Wild, because that is one I still haven't finished.
Oh, boy. Yeah, no, I hear you. My wife isn't sure whether she'd be more busy now with teaching, doing all this teaching stuff from home, trying to get things up and running, or if, like, she was actually teaching.
It's funny that you say that. I actually have a buddy of mine who is a music teacher. He's like a music tutor, so he does like after school stuff for different communities and stuff like that. And he said he's actually been able to keep chugging right along because a lot of his students are willing to get on Skype with him
Right.
to continue their lessons and stuff like that. So
The problem with Nicole's school district is a lot of her students are low income, and
yeah.
so they're trying to find solutions to. I mean, they've already said they'll probably be able to get a Chromebook to every kid who wants one, which is amazing.
Yeah, a lot of these companies are providing a lot of free support to help people during this time. I know Microsoft is making Teams free for everybody. Discord is trying to do stuff to help with students.
Yeah, and
you know,
apparently they're getting Wi-Fi hotspots to put around the city, put around Long
that's
Beach,
excellent.
so kids will have internet access. Because a lot of kids apparently their only internet access is like their parents' phone, you know, or whatever, you know. So getting kids a Chromebook and internet access would be amazing, just utterly amazing. But yeah, it's such a weird, like, I don't know if anyone we know has ever been through anything like this. I don't remember anything in my lifetime where there's been a, shelter in place order like this.
Well, I think we've not had anything like this in terms of shelter in place. But I mean, if you look at the strenuous craziness involved in with what happened during 9/11 to the what was it back in 2008 or whatever, whenever we had the recession.
Yeah.
Yeah, you combine the high levels of stress from both of those events, and it's not, it's still not coming close to the craziness that we're dealing with now.
Yeah, and
the last time I had something like this in
the evacuation,
recent memory, was having to evacuate from here because of fires that were nearby.
Right.
And I was out here for a week and a half, almost 2 weeks.
That's right.
Where it was before it was safe to move back into the area.
Right. But a lot of us haven't had to deal with that. We've never had anything like that in LA, thankfully. But I guess the closest thing people have come to it besides that is sheltering for tornadoes and other natural disasters. I guess this is kind of a natural disaster, this whole thing, isn't it? They'll be making a disaster.
Called a pandemic.
They'll be making disaster movies about this in 20 years. They
already did, didn't they?
Well, there have been a few that are in that vein, but not about this particular.
They're very sensationalized. Also, if you watch Outbreak, you're like, yeah, come on.
Outbreak. Contagion.
Yeah, was it you or someone told me they watched Contagion recently?
That wasn't me.
Someone posted in the Discord that they had.
Yeah, okay, maybe that's where it was.
And by the way, Hunter, we are in Quarks.
Oh, wow. I've literally been running laps around the promenade. Let me come to Quarks.
Come to Quarks. Quarks is fun.
What instance are you guys in?
Don't walk, run. I don't know.
You should see it in the instance list that we're in there.
I'm just trying to see. I just didn't know which one you were in or not.
It should show that you have friends in that instance. I don't know which one it is at the moment.
Ah, there you are. You are in number 6.
How do you know that?
Oh, it says it's full. That sucks. Oh, transferring in 24 seconds. Never mind, I'll be there in just a second.
How can you see which instance we're in?
If you go to the very top right above the mini map, there's Deep Space Nine. Yeah, if you click on that.
Oh, change instance. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'll be able to transfer in about 10 seconds here.
Wow.
Because I think instance 6 is full.
Yeah, might let you transfer in anyway.
Yeah, it's not gonna let me do it because it's full.
So do
so
we know?
what we can do is we can switch into a different instance.
If you go to 12, there's like
Switch into-
nobody there.
Yeah, we can
Okay.
switch to 12.
All right, change instance to 12. 5 players, 2 fleets, 2 friends.
Hey, buddy.
All right.
Hey.
I'm here in my ambassador outfit.
We just watched the
ta-
episode. We just watched the episode of
Table for
DS9.
3, please.
We just watched the episode of DS9 where they retook the station in season 6, and that was
Sacrifice of Angels.
yeah. So, like I'm walking around this like wow. They got so much right here. All right, so I see Spaz. What is this thing? That's someone's
My
pet?
tardigrade companion.
Oh dear God! Oh God, that's terrifying. It's utterly. Oh God!
Yeah, I've got one too.
Oh God! It
Hey,
looks so.
Brian, I see you over there.
Where? Oh yeah, hey! You're like an admiral or something in that outfit?
Ambassador.
Oh, there's a table for 3 back here.
So that's what I asked. I asked for a table for 3.
Oh,
Whoa! Hey,
Jesus
guy.
Christ!
What's up, buddy?
I didn't expect it to jump into there, but that's okay.
Oh,
I'll take
that's
it.
Interesting table dancers they got around here.
what is going on? Looks like the thing from Big Hero 6. So wait, what is a wildlife ban have anything to do? Like, I'm not fully educated on what the origins of the coronavirus of COVID-19 have been. But does that have something to do with wildlife?
They said it had something to do with potentially something from a fish market, but I don't know if that's accurate or not. I was watching a news thing today. I think it was like the origins of it from on CNN or something like that. They suspect it might have come from a fish market, but I'm not entirely sure.
Minus Pedro in the chat says it most likely came from a wild venomous snake trade in a Chinese wet market. Wow, there's so many things wrong with that. Wild venomous snakes, no thank you. Chinese wet market just sounds. Ugh. I don't want to go to a wet market. I want to go to a dry market.
So Brian,
Yes.
I've got to ask about your ponytail.
Oh, I don't even know. I don't even. I don't even know how this happened. I don't remember. I think I kind of wanted to make him look like. There's this character actor who's been in everything. He was actually in Deep Space Nine. I think he's been in every Star Trek. And first name is Brian. God, let me look him up. But he's a big guy. You'd know him when you see him. He's a big guy. And oh God, hang on. I'm just gonna look through all the Brians on Brian Thompson. Go look him up on IMDb and you'll be like, oh yeah, that guy. He is a real that guy.
Excuse me, sir.
He was
Sir, no smoking.
for example, he was the bad guy in Cobra.
Oh, that guy.
He's been in a billion things. And so, like, when I made this character, I'm like, that guy kind of looks like Brian Thompson. And so I kind of gave him a Brian Thompson-esque. There was one movie he was in where he had this crazy-ass ponytail. I can't remember it now. But,
I mean, it just was one of those things where, like, if you've always longed for having long hair, but I mean, you've got a nice coif of hair going on, so I don't know.
I'm wondering what my hair is going to look like when this is over. You know, because can't go to a haircut.
Hey.
The thing I'm most worried about is, like, I can't go to the dentist. You know.
Yeah, so I was actually supposed to go to a new dentist, and I was also supposed to go to my sleep doctor, and both of those things have been canceled. So, but
Yeah.
I think I'll be okay. I'm still brushing my teeth.
Yeah, I know, but
I
wasn't
watch
Steven
Mystery Science Theater to go to sleep too, so it's like.
I don't think Steven Seagal was in Next Generation. You might be thinking of Mick Fleetwood.
Steven Seagal.
I don't think Steven Seagal. I don't think Steven Seagal was in any Trek.
No,
I don't think he's been in any Trek. I think we know this. Like, I haven't seen all of Voyager. I haven't seen all of Voyager, and even I know The Rock is in Voyager. So it's like, it's one of those things you just, if you're a fan.
That episode is such an appropriate timepiece for like the era that show was in.
Really?
That episode, yes, it like epitomizes that like era because like wrestling was really, really big at that moment.
Yeah, that's right.
And The Rock was really big at that moment as like a wrestler. And so it was just kind of like, it just was so appropriate to like, it's such a timepiece episode for that era of like television.
Why is
it's
there
not
a
necessarily a good episode, but it's like, you know, it's still a fun one.
I was gonna say, why was there a runabout on your head, Spaz? It's the little ship.
It's my little ship.
It's the little ship that went on a little trip. I love that episode so much. It's so stupid.
I have a couple of pets somewhere. I don't know where they're. I've got a tardigrade on me, but I think I have a runabout pet and something else somewhere. But I spent so much time grinding to be able to become an ambassador just so I could have this uniform.
So what is the deal with becoming an ambassador? Like, what is?
So becoming under the different what do they call those things, commendations. Mm-hmm. So you have a whole list of commendations. You have diplomatic, science, engineering, military, exploration, espionage, medical, colonial trade, development, and recruitment. So you can level those up to a maximum level of 4. And each time you get to a new level, you get like a new accolade or a title. Usually you might be able to get some kind of an ability or unlock like different types of missions, right? So, duty officer missions. So with Ambassador is the one I feel like that gives you the most type of abilities. But the thing with becoming an Ambassador rank 4 is not only do you get the Ambassador title, but you unlock the ability to have this uniform that I'm wearing, and the most important thing, in my opinion, is the ability to transwarp to Deep Space Nine.
Oh.
So like right now, like if you're out in space, you can transwarp to Earth space dock, or you could transwarp to like our fleet starbase. Well, now because I'm Ambassador rank 4, I can transwarp to Deep Space Nine whenever I need to.
What is that?
That's it's a goofy little gun that we got from an event.
It just has little random effects.
I was gonna say, is it spray money?
It'll spray money, it'll spray fireworks, it'll spray blow up bullets.
Oh dear lord.
Yeah, the balloons in the shape of the Enterprise or Bird of Prey.
Oh my god. Whoa! Sudden interest in botany setting.
That's right! That's right!
It's the Keiko setting.
Here we go.
So how much work does it take to become an ambassador level 4?
You just have to grind you have to grind the commendation to do it. So when you do your duty officers, there's different types of duty officer missions you can send them on, and you just have to do a whole lot of diplomatic missions to get the experience and diplomacy to level that up. So it's a
good way to get experience too.
That's also true. Like if you're not max level like I am, it'll give you regular experience as well. Oh. So but yeah, so I really this uniform right here. So the DS9 / First Contact uniforms are some of my favorite, but I love the dress uniforms from that era, which is what this is.
Yeah, they were wearing
And
them in the beginning of Insurrection, if I recall, right?
Uh-huh.
Yep, Insurrection and Nemesis. They were wearing them at the beginning of both of those, and and they've worn them in the show a couple of times too. I think in like the later seasons of DS9. But this is my second favorite uniform next to the Wrath of Khan era red uniforms.
Oh, I love those so much. I love
Yeah,
those.
those are my
much.
absolute favorites, and then
They're
it's
so
followed up by
great.
these.
So how do I grind that sort of thing? Do I have to reach a certain level before I can start doing that?
No, so
You already have access now.
Yep.
It's open your duty officer menu.
Duty officer menu. Oh,
Center button on your map, on your under your mini map.
I see it. I got it. Oh, interesting. I don't think I have anybody.
Look at your duty officer center tab.
Oh. Oh, I see. So attend diplomatic dinner, diplomatic.
And in order to do those missions, you have to have the requirements. So you have to have, if you're doing like, I've got one here that's called Entertain Foreign Dignitaries, and it requires a few different officers and 1,000 energy credits. And if you do that, you just hit plan, and then you'll be able to run it.
The stream. You have one completed, Brian.
I do?
It's on the left side. Yeah.
Ooh.
Under completed on the left, you've got it there.
Oh. Oh, tutorial sign.
It'll show you how many you have completed, and you can have up to 20 that are there. But every time you successfully complete any of these things, you get experience. So it is theoretically possible to level up from 11 to 65 just by doing duty officer missions. You could do it. It would take a while, but you could do it. Not that you want to.
Okay, well, I'm going to do this diplomatic stuff. Let's see. Attend a diplomatic dinner.
Usually it'll assign the best people for it automatically as long as you have them available. So you don't necessarily need to reassign.
Oh.
And for some of them, you just won't have the duty officers available. So just do which ones you can. And by accomplishing certain missions and leveling up, you'll get duty officer packs that lets you get more duty officers to your roster. You can have up to 100 duty officers by default.
There's something really like just cathartic about doing duty officers.
I guess I'm doing this.
Yeah, it's a nice
wrong.
passive way to get experience.
It's passive and it's just kind of like nice. Like if you've had a long day and you don't really want to like play anything serious, it's kind of just fun to. Because you can read them. There's like a whole like bit of information on all these things too.
Oh, okay.
You read like
And just to clarify a statement, I'm not playing as a Breen. I have a Breen outfit. It was part of the winter event that you could get a Breen outfit unlocked for one of your characters.
You're secretly Princess Leia under there, right?
That's right.
Yeah,
Cinnamon buns and everything.
Those two uniforms were so closely like looking. It's crazy.
Well, the extra joke is my character is in Andorian.
That actually works though.
Yeah, that's kind of the point. That's why I got it for this character and not for the others.
Because the reason why the Brains wear those suits in the first place is because it keeps them cold.
And Andoria is a frozen planet.
God, that's really fun.
Okay,
with the balloons
I
over
guess
here.
I did some. Okay. So I'm gonna
And then
just.
those duty officer missions, they take, however many minutes or hours to complete, and then they'll show up in the completed list just like you did earlier.
Oh, no wonder
That's
this
also how
thing.
you can get like lithium and credits that way.
Ah, no wonder this had been blinking green for a while. I'm like, why is it blinking green?
Uh-huh.
Brian.
I don't know.
I'm just kidding.
I have no idea.
Just switching characters.
Oh, Spaz, I see that under our fleet menu, the K-13 level 1 is going.
Yeah.
Excellent.
The what?
So under our fleet holdings, we have different facilities, and we are currently a day and 14 hours away from having the K-13 facility that we can go to. Tier 1.
What does that do?
So at the K-13 facility, you'll be able to get TOS era equipment from it.
Oh.
Yep. Like we have a Tier 2 starbase, which Tier 2 status starbases that unlocks uncommon fleet duty officers for us to acquire using fleet credit. So you
can have a whole team of common and uncommon people under you doing these missions out at while you're just chilling.
Yeah, and when I think it's level 61 is when you get Admiralty unlocked. Either 51 or 61. And that system is you get cards for Admiralty ships. All the ships that you've earned up to that point, you get Admiralty cards. And they work like duty officers. You can send them out on missions. So instead of sending out a couple of duty officers, you're sending out fleets of up to 3 ships.
So eventually you can be as passive or as active as you want. Kind of neat.
Yeah.
Kind of neat. I think Lord of the Rings has anything like that. I don't think.
Wow, what's up, Borg?
Whoa!
I am not Swedish.
Fourth of 4.
Fourth of 4.
Damn. So are you like a Hughes style Borg where you're like you
Yeah,
got your...
actually liberated Borg. If you have a lifetime membership, then you have access to play as a liberated Borg.
I really should make one. Because, I'm a lifetime member now.
Hi, Lucky Seven. Lucky
You
Seven
can have the arm piece.
Lucky Seven in
That's
the
cool.
Twitch chat says, hello, I need assistance. I'm playing this game and I finished the tutorial and I want to know how to play. How do you play with friends? Well, what system are you on? Because like you can only play with people on the same system, right?
Yes.
Like
Yeah.
So
if you're on PC, you can only play with PC players.
right.
Xbox,
For PS4,
Xbox.
then you're limited to other PS4 players.
See, so you're limited to other PS4 players. Okay. So how do you find friends in the game?
Do they have friends that are playing? Or are they looking for new friends to play with?
That's a good question. Did you hear the question? Do you have existing friends or are you looking for new friends? It's a weird question, isn't it? Like, do you know people or are you looking for people to know? Kind of a weird question, isn't it? Yeah, because I think the answer is going to be different depending on if you're looking. Got a friend to play with, but when I invite to team, it says I'm unable to invite to team. Oh, interesting.
Oh, are they on the
has your
opposite
friend
faction?
also? Yeah, that's a good question. Two things: are they of the same faction as you are, and have they completed the tutorial?
I don't know if you heard that. Did they? Are they same faction and did they complete the tutorial? Because if either of those are no, then I'm guessing you're not going to be able to party up with your friend just yet. So this is on what? The PS4? Is it on the Xbox also?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Ah, they're different factions. Yeah, that'll do
If
it.
you join Federation and they join Klingon side, then one of you would have to make a character on the opposite faction. Yeah, that would do it.
Okay, so yeah, you got to be the same faction. That sounds like that's the trick. But if you just finish the tutorial, it probably won't take too much time investment to make a new character.
No, it takes about an hour to get through the tutorial.
Yeah.
And that's not much at all.
Yeah.
Oh, awesome. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. We try to be cool. We don't play on PS4. We play, well, Spaz, you have a PS4.
I do have a PS4, but I don't play STO on it because I have all my progress since January of 2012 has been on PC.
Yeah.
So it didn't make sense to start all over.
It's a shame there isn't crossplay because like Bridge Crew shows it could be done, but again, that's 4 people. But I don't know.
The reason why you can't do crossplay is because if I remember correctly, they redid some of the engine for the consoles, and the control scheme is way different.
Yeah.
Oh.
So because they have to use a controller, they don't have a lot of like the quick key shortcuts like we do. Like we have access to way more options like at a real quick click, whereas they don't have the same kind of options as fast as we do. Now, granted, I think in some cases they can use a keyboard and mouse on some consoles now, but it's not the same when the UI is specifically designed for that feature.
I will tell you what, Lucky 7, you should get a PC at some point. They don't cost as much, anywhere near as much as they used to. You can get a decent gaming PC for well less than $1,000 these days. That'll last you a few years. And yeah, they do pretty much just about everything. Just about everything. I love having a PC.
Yeah, for this channel, we do pretty much everything on PC.
Yeah,
the only
pretty much.
exception, I think, is
Bridge Crew.
That if we play Bridge Crew, I play on my PS4 because I have PSVR there.
But I play in VR on my PC, and Brian doesn't.
And it's amazing that it still works.
Amazing. You're in the UK, Lucky 7. How are things going over there? I've noticed it's been a little tense over there. For a variety of reasons. I mean... But,
Those are some really red boots you got there, my friend.
Whoa. Those are pretty red. What was did the Prime Minister tell you to shelter in place like the rest of us? Has North Carolina put that down yet? To shelter in place?
There's rumors that the governor's going to do something. However, as of Thursday morning, the county that I work in, but the county that I live right next door to, Thursday morning at 8 a.m. is shelter in place time until April 16th. So the county is making the mandate.
Interesting.
Because the county is basically the city of Charlotte. So I don't live in the city of Charlotte. I live right next to it, but I work in the city of Charlotte. So I wouldn't doubt if the county that I live in just goes ahead and does the same thing.
Makes sense. And the more that people shelter in place, you know, the
Are you drinking tea?
oh my
I
gosh.
am.
What emotes do I have?
They don't work unless you're standing, by the way. You can still do them, but it doesn't display them unless you stand.
Okay, as of right now, North Carolina has 459 confirmed cases.
Oof.
That's up 12% from yesterday.
I didn't even know I had this. What the hell?
Woof!
That's
so
cool.
this one was added after Aaron's passing, and it was one that was in there before, but not everybody had it. After he passed away, they put it in the game for everyone by default.
Oh. That's funny. Yeah, consoles can't multitask. If you're on a console, yeah, I get it. How does one type when they're on a console? Like if you're watching Twitch on a console, you just plug a computer
There's
in?
a keyboard you can pull up, but it's
Oh.
slow to use, which
I was
is
gonna
why
say,
if
it's
I'm
gotta
watching
be
on PS4, I'll do my typing on the keyboard.
Crap. Ah.
Oh, here we go. This is what I was looking for. The Makbar.
Oh God. God, Jesus Christ. That was the only time you ever saw Worf do that.
He's done it a couple times. Now that's really funny that the Borg is doing the robot.
Dear Lord. Yeah, I can't imagine typing on a console is easy. I mean, they have USB ports, right? You can plug a keyboard into one of them.
Oh,
I
sure,
would
yeah,
think.
you totally could.
There's I know for the Xbox, Razer has partnered with Microsoft to make an official like Xbox keyboard.
Oh, wow.
I don't know. I think PlayStation or Sony's done some stuff too, but I know that like Razer is like an official partner of making keyboards for the Xbox, which I mean that's cool. It feels awkward to me, just like. To me, consoles feel way more living room devices. Although it is, I shouldn't say that because like I can stream my Xbox to my PC and I've got a controller sitting right here. So.
Yeah. And more people are streaming from their consoles to Twitch and to Mixer and things like that. You know.
Did they add integrated support for Twitch on Xbox? Because I know it's direct to Mixer. I didn't know if they added.
I don't know about
Twitch.
I don't know about Twitch. Honestly,
I've got it. I also got like what you had, Brian. I've got one of those Elgato HD 60Ss or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And that thing is actually pretty slick because I can actually play directly on my computer my console games now. Because I also have an HDMI. Like I have a composite to HDMI adapter. So even like my old N64, I could like stream.
And you don't have a delay?
Play.
There's no delay? Because I have a delay.
No, sir. Really? Are you plugged into a USB 3 port?
I don't think so. I don't know.
So your new computer probably has USB 3 ports. Make sure you plug that Elgato HD 60S into a USB 3 port, and you shouldn't have any delay.
Okay, I'll try that.
It's supposed to have direct one-to-one pass-through.
Oh, because it didn't. I hooked up the Dreamcast to it, and there was like a 10-second delay. It was excruciating.
Oh yeah, that's not good. Brian?
Yeah, I'm okay.
Sure.
Yeah, no, I got this stupid cold like right as the COVID-19 thing was starting to really pick up steam a week or so ago. And so, of course, I was like, oh, God, do I have it? And I looked at the symptoms. It's like, no, I don't have it. But
And he died the way he lived, playing space games.
Probably a lot of us are going to get it. So hopefully we all survive it. A lot of us are probably going to get it. Especially with people being such idiots. Go to the park anyway. Oh my God.
Just remember, it's not about you. It's about everybody.
It's about everybody. It is about everybody, but you know.
I wasn't saying that to you directly. I'm just saying in general.
No, I know.
It's not about the individual. It's about the collective. No pun intended. Sorry, Spaz.
How do you do emotes? How do you do emotes? How do you do?
On the left-hand side, there is the chat, and next to the local chat box there's a little gear and a smiley face.
Oh.
And then there's a tab that says emotes.
Oh wow, there's a lot.
And then you can pin that. There's a little button at the top right of that, and you can pin it so that you can open it up whenever. You can keep it open whenever, and then scroll through and see what you have. Depending on your progress through the game and certain accolades you complete, you can do different emotes.
There's a ton of them. Yeah, there are a lot of grayed out, which I guess I don't have.
Yeah, some of them are events, event related, and if you don't do them, then you can't.
Bajoran dancing like a white man. All right. Oh. They're in shape. Oh, there are quite a few of these things. Oh, I see the hold torch one.
When did they add the push-ups? When did they add this?
It's pretty freaking funny.
We had this last time.
Pretty freaking funny if you ask me.
Oh yeah.
What?
You can play rock, paper, scissors.
Stovacore. You can play rock, paper, scissors, which is hilarious to me. You do a tricorder thing. Oh boy. Roll dice.
I remember when we did the it's just sleeping. It's just like my head's through the wall.
Oh god. I'm surprised they don't have the emote for whatever Pressure and Troy exercise they were doing that one time with their horrible outfits. You know what I'm talking about?
That was Makbara.
Oh, is that what? That's not what this is it? No, it was just the two of them, and they're doing some kind of aerobics together.
Oh, well, they were just doing workout aerobics, dude. That's not. They weren't.
Oh, right. Okay. No, I'm thinking of a different episode. Sorry.
Yeah. I like how Engage is also like basically finger guns. Like, hey. Hey. All right. Okay. So yeah, this is gonna be. Oh, my wife's back finally. Really on the phone, which is why I was not getting data.
You have been exiled.
No, when she's on the phone, of course, her phone can't send data, so I can't read her blood glucose monitor, and so I get an alert about that.
Woo! Woo!
I might actually play this more now that I've gotten missions and things to do. And there are a lot of missions in this game, right? Like a lot.
There are many missions, yeah.
That's
Yeah.
good because I love
done. Some
What
of
was
them can only be done as a single player, but for the most part, if you want company, you can have company for many of the missions.
And if I don't, I can still do it solo because that's what I.
Oh yeah,
prefer.
yeah, you
Okay,
totally
great.
can. Yeah.
Yeah,
There are some that it's better to have friends, but you don't necessarily have to.
Right.
And
I
it's
think
only because they limit it to the class you play. That there are certain activities that require, say, if you're tactical, you need a science person and an engineer person to do some of the other tasks that are available, but they're always optional. And
By the
they're only
way-
for accolades, they're not required.
By the way, there is an emote called aerobics, but I do not have it unlocked, so I don't know what it is. It could be what you were talking about, Brian, but I have no idea.
Oh, I don't have it unlocked either. It doesn't tell you how to unlock it either, sadly.
I wish there was a section that like showed you emotes that you can buy.
Oh, you can buy emotes?
I thought you could.
There are a couple that can be bought through the Phoenix boxes. That's for certain.
I gotta look this up now because I'm curious.
God, these dances are stupid. So stupid.
What can I get for you?
Wow, I can buy a banana split. Or a Bajoran moba fruit. Wow, that's... Vulcan plummeek soup. Wow. Yeah, they put everything in here.
So the 9-year anniversary event added the aerobics emote, and I'd have to get a 9-year anniversary, I think, lockbox or prize voucher. I think.
Aha, that would do it.
Isn't it funny how these little balloons are still here?
Yeah.
Are they darts?
Yep. You can play darts.
Oh. I have no idea if that even...
It doesn't do anything. It's just an activity that
It's
you
kind
can
of an
do.
emote of its own, really.
Right. Yeah. A positional emote, if you will.
Yeah, I think it's... I don't know if you heard, but like I'm wondering what this is going to do to the population of games like this, because like there's some racing game that had like 8,000 concurrent races going on or something the other day because of all this.
Because more people are home.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
My curiosity is the sustaining of things long periods of time like that, though, because I mean, with shelter in place, or what ends up becoming essential. It's not you, GameStop, so you can just shut up. But like,
Oh, Jesus Christ!
like what constitutes. Do you just do like shift rotations to go in and check on the physical servers, or?
Oh yeah.
Well, for a lot of devs, at least that have been posting on Twitter, they've been saying we're still working from home, or we we've shut down the office and we're all working from home, that sort of thing. Which is good, but we don't know how long this is going to last. I mean, I know some people want us to break the lockdown early, and it's really not a good idea to do that, because the longer we keep people sheltering at home, the fewer people are going to die because of this. Yes, the economy is going to take a hit, but is the economy worth the lives of people who will be definitely dead when this was otherwise preventable?
I need to go look at the market real quick. Hold on.
Gonna return to my ship. So I'm probably gonna call it because we gotta go to dinner soon. But folks, we'll be back tomorrow morning with some more Battle for Middle Earth. And we'll probably do some more random streams here and there. I'm not going to say the podcast is on hold right now, but we're going to continue to monitor how we all feel. We haven't scheduled any guests for the foreseeable future because
I figure just in flux.
People have bigger things to worry about right now than to talk about their... Oh! I wanted... Since y'all are here and I didn't do it last week, friends, I'm gonna do a giveaway. So friends, if you want to participate in this giveaway, I have a key for Taxinaut that I was supposed to give away last week, and I didn't because I forgot. Yeah, because I'm not used to doing giveaways. So if you would like to be entered for this key for Taxinaut, please say yes or here in the chat, and I will add you to the list of potential contestants. Now, as with every giveaway, from now on, we are going to use the amazing, wonderful, stupendous, my contender for Game of the Year, Bloody Rally Show, to do a random race.
Quick question, Spaz. How do you get to the lobby store?
If you have any lobby crystals in your inventory, just double click on them.
Yeah.
All right, so we got 2 people so far. Could make it a very quick race.
I normally keep my lobby crystals in my account bank.
Wraith.
And then just pull them out when I need to do a purchase.
Batman. Anybody else? Anybody else? Anybody else want to do want to potentially win an itch.io key for the game we talked about last week? Taxinaut, which is an amazing game. It's just I forgot to do it last week. If not, we'll just run it with those 2. All right, we're going to run it with those 2. Make sure I saved it. All right, so I got 2 racers. Here we go. Make sure I did it right. Up, 2 racers. Here we go. Oh, the director's involved. Right now, Mattman467 is a commanding lead, but that could change at any moment. considering they have the same car. Oop. AC Wraith is gaining ground. But so far, it looks like Madman is really holding the lead. But anything can change. You know, this game your fortunes can change on a dime. So we shall see. All right, lap number 2. Oh, Madman is in a very commanding lead. But AC Wraith is getting... Oh, AC Wraith just got hit a little bit.
I can get a Ferengi energy whip. Oh my god.
Oh, wow, really? Oh, AC Wraith is kind of catching up. Oh, boy. AC Wraith is getting closer, and we still have a lap or so to go. If you're wondering, all contestants use the same car and have the same AI level. So, that's one of the reasons I do this. Final lap. Ramming me backwards into bullets. You know, AC Wraith, there's still a chance. Whoa. Oh, Madman is down. Madman got hit with a gun, and Madman is down. Oh my god. What a turn of events. AC Wraith now in a huge commanding lead. Oh my god. I don't even know where Madman is anymore. Oh no, I think the helicopter knocked him out. And... Sorry. Oh. AC Wraith? No, I think the director knocked him out. Yeah, the director knocked him out. AC Wraith, congratulations. I'm going to whisper you on Twitch. I will whisper you your key. I love this as a giveaway tool. It's the best. Love this as a giveaway tool. It's so freaking great. Okay, hang on. So yeah, I'll be sending you your key in a second. But yeah, right now we're not really sure what's going to happen with the podcast. I mean, I'm going to keep streaming and making videos, but this is just what I've been doing. This is what I feel like my job is right now, so I'm just going to keep doing that. But yeah, like things might come up. We might be too stressed. We don't know. So
I figure the way we'll do it is probably the day of we'll announce whether or not we're doing a podcast session.
Yeah. We have the next 2 topics in the bag. But we can just keep moving them. We have to. There you go, AC Wraith. There's your key. Oh, Madman, that game is called Bloody Rally Show. It is, like I said, my game of the year for 2020. Kind of appropriate. It just had a price cut. Yes, it is $13.99. It was $20, but now it is $13.99, and it has become my favorite racing game of all time. Procedurally generated tracks. Yay! Procedurally generated tracks. Violence. Lots of violence.
Workshop tracks.
Workshop tracks and cars. I was just playing on a race with the Mad Max Interceptor. Someone made that for the game. Which is pretty freaking great. It's so good. But yeah, folks, we're going to call it for today. We'll see you back here tomorrow for some Battle for Middle-earth. Thank you for hanging out with us. Be well. Stay safe. Stay indoors. And check on those that are closest to you. We'll all get through this.
Especially if they live far away.
Yeah, we'll all get through this if we help each other out. We have to keep each other propped up right now, especially. So please keep that in mind as things go forward. And best of luck to all of you. And we'll see you back here tomorrow at 9 a.m. Bye-bye.